Hey everyone, welcome. Get comfortable, and let's get into tonight's Reddit stories. Have you ever looked back at your first relationship and thought, why did I try so hard? This is a story about a young woman, her first boyfriend, and an anniversary that turned into something much heavier than a bad gift. My boyfriend hated the gift I got him for our 2-year anniversary. How do I fix this? Today is our 2-year anniversary, and it's a really big deal to me because he's my first boyfriend. With Christmas just passing, I was really struggling to figure out what to get him. I kept asking him over and over, and he just kept saying, "Oh, I don't care." I told him, "No, please just tell me something I can get you because I don't want you to hate it." In the past, I bought him an Apple Watch that he ended up not liking, and I had to use it myself because I couldn't get my money back. So I've been trying to be more careful and not make the same mistake again. But today, I feel like I completely failed anyway. I've been working a lot lately, and I only had 1 day off last week. Leading up to that day off, I asked him multiple times if he could please just tell me what he wanted as a gift. He kept saying he'd get back to me, but he never did. On my day off, I was frustrated and annoyed. I was out with my friend and spent about 4 hours going through every store in the shopping center, just hoping to find at least one thing to get him. I went into a store that was selling the Ninja Swirl by Cream Me, and it was on special. It really seemed like something my boyfriend might like because he loves ice cream and sorbet. I thought it would be cool for him to experiment and make different flavors you can't get at the store. There were also a bunch of protein options and dairy-free options that I thought he might find interesting, since he said he wants to eat healthier but still enjoy sweets. I was also thinking it would be a good gift he could share with his family, and with the soft serve feature, I thought it would be fun to use. It was definitely an expensive machine at 477 Australian dollars, but I felt like a 2-year anniversary was something worth celebrating. Plus, I had a $300 gift card that was literally collecting dust and I hadn't used, and I wanted to just get rid of it. So, really, it was only $177 of my own money. I talked it through with my friend and decided to get it, especially since it was literally 30 minutes until closing time and I had tried every other option. I actually felt confident in my decision. Later that night, before I went to sleep, my boyfriend sent me a message saying, "Oh, here's a shirt you could get me for our anniversary." That really annoyed me, because he knew I didn't have another day off before our anniversary, and that I wouldn't be able to leave my job to get anything, or get it after work since the store was far away from both my house and my workplace. I told him I'd already gotten him a gift and that he should have sent that earlier. But even then, I still felt confident in my decision. Fast forward to today. I had wrapped it up and given it to him. At first, he acted really excited and interested. He did ask me how much it was, and I told him not to worry about the cost. But he kept pressing, so I told him exactly how much it was, and that I'd bought it with gift cards. He still smiled and said he liked it. It wasn't until later in the day when he was going home that I started to get the impression he didn't like it. He said he was going to leave it at my house, and I said, "No, it's your gift, take it home." Then he said, "Oh no, I want to make it with you the first time. We can do it later." And I said, "Well, no, take it home. We can make it at your house." Then he said no, he wanted to leave it here. I told him, "Oh, well, can you just let my mom know why it's here then? Because she made it clear to me that she didn't want it to live here." Then he just completely blew up at me and asked me why on earth I would buy this thing, and said it was too much money. He said he was never going to use it and that I should never have bought it. I started to cry because I was shocked by how suddenly he switched, and then he almost started taunting me, saying, "Oh, now I'm the bad guy for telling the truth." He said, "This is exactly like that stupid Apple Watch." and reminded me that he asked me to buy him a shirt, not an ice cream maker. Then he told me I never listened to him, that I'm bad with money, and that I make impulsive decisions. I wanted to argue back and stand up for myself, but I knew it would just escalate things, and I was devastated. It's literally our anniversary, and he's blowing up at me for buying him this gift I genuinely thought he'd like. I also didn't really know how to respond. I feel like a complete failure, like a bad girlfriend. Clearly, I don't know him at all, since I thought he would love this gift. All I said to him was that I could return it and get store credit, and that I was sorry. But that only made him mad, saying I was trying to make him look bad. He told me he was doing me a favor by telling me now that he hates it, and that I couldn't get mad at him in a month's time for never using it. While he was going off at me, my mom was in the other room. I knew she could hear us, so I asked him to lower his voice. He got frustrated and said he had to go, and I just said, "Okay, no worries." I couldn't bring myself to say anything else. After he left, my mom came to check on me and see if I was okay. I just cried to her, and she said she'd heard what he said and that he was acting like a prick. She told me you don't do that to someone if you don't like a gift. You don't say it to them on the day like that. Now our anniversary is ruined. I even told my coworkers about this gift I was planning to get my boyfriend, and they all hyped me up. Now when I go back to work, I have to embarrassingly explain to them how horribly it went because I know they'll ask. So, what do I even do now? I don't know how to move forward from this or where to start. Do I apologize to him? Do I return this gift and get him a different one? Or nothing at all? I feel pretty shitty right now, and I want to know if there's anything I could have done differently. Thank you for reading, and I'd really appreciate any advice anyone might have. What did he even get you? That was the first thing people asked. Others went even further. Why are you even dating this guy? From this one interaction alone, they said it didn't sound like a loving relationship at all. Someone also pointed out the mom's reaction, wondering if she already knew he wouldn't like the gift, since she didn't want it staying in the house before he even saw it. And a lot of people agreed on one thing. It's okay to not like a gift. It's not okay to blow up, insult your partner, and attack her character over it, especially on your anniversary. Many said she deserves better. What do you think about this situation? Was this just a mismatch in gift expectations? Or is his reaction a much bigger red flag about the relationship itself? If you were in her shoes, what would you do next? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.